screen for Russia! No screen for Russia!
Ukrainians in Canada take to the streets outside the Toronto International Film Festival, calling for the cancellation of a controversial Canadian-French documentary about the war in Ukraine.
This film is trying to whitewash the crimes of Russian soldiers in Ukraine, portraying them as merely pawns or ordinary guys. This is not anti-war film. It is highly crafted Russian propaganda.
The documentary, called Russians at War, is the work of filmmaker Anastasia Trofimova, who embedded with Russian troops near the front line in Ukraine for 7 months. In the film, Russian soldiers speak about fear, death, and hope as war rages around them, offering what the filmmaker says is an unfiltered perspective from those fighting on the ground. But after much criticism and backlash from the Ukrainian community and its supporters, the festival organizers suspended the screenings, citing safety concerns. A move the film directors and producers say was unfair and tantamount to censorship. Denouncing the criticism, Trofimova insisted her film is anti-war and was filmed without the permission of the Russian government.
We could have had great discussions, to be honest. I wish we had those 3 screenings. I wish we had the opportunity to discuss everything in a safe and comfortable manner.
But most Ukrainians say the film erases the complicity of Russian soldiers in alleged war crimes, such as the killing of civilians and abductions. Critics have questioned the background of the film's director Trofimova, who has worked with Russian state media Russia Today. Suspicious that there has not been backlash from the Kremlin when Trofimova allegedly made the film without their permission. Critics also argue that taxpayer money from the Canada Media Fund should not have been given to its production. Reviewers have decried the film as not being objective, especially as the director wore a Russian military uniform while filming the documentary.
I think also something that provoked a lot of backlash is just the fact that Trofimova broke Ukrainian law by crossing into Ukraine illegally with the invading army. So I think a lot of Ukrainians were really outraged and hurt that influential film festivals are willing to screen this sort of film.
While the Toronto International Film Festival pushed through with 2 additional screenings, the Ontario Public Broadcaster TVO decided to cancel the airing of the documentary and pulled its support after immense public pressure. For these and other Ukrainians, no documentary will ever do justice for the thousands of friends and family that they have lost. Not until the fighting finally comes to an end, and those responsible for war crimes are held accountable. Scott Huang and Gino Lopez for TaiwanPlus.